الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. اللهم لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. اللهم زدنا علما يا رب العالمين. Today inshallah we'll continue our program. We're starting talking about purity. Purity means at-tahara, to purify yourself. And it's very important topic because Allah has mentioned in Al-Quran this word فَالطَّهَّرُ, that to make tathhir, to make purity. So it's very important actually topic because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has revealed it, and this is the first topic that every single Muslim should know. We started also last two episodes that what is the divisions or the parts of purity. And we said purity has 8 things, 8 topics. We talked about 4 things, and today inshallah we'll talk about 2 things, and next week we will talk about the last 2 things, and in that time we will finish purity. Purity has 8 things. Number 1, the water itself. What is the types of the water and what the definition of the water in or from fiqhi rules, and we talk about it. Then after that, an-najasa, impurities. What that mean of an-najasa, what is the types of an-najasa, and we talked about it. Then after that, al-istinja wal-istijmar, how to clean yourself after you finish najasa. How to clean yourself, what is the rules, what is the etiquettes to enter the bathroom and to be out the bathroom, what is the ad'iyah, we talked about it last week. Then also we talked about al-wudu and the sunan al-wudu, the obligatory acts of al-wudu. Today, bi'idhnillahi ta'ala, we will talk al-ghusl, and inshallah we'll talk about al-tayammum. 2 main things every single Muslim should know. What is the definition of these things, and what is the types of these things, how to make it, what is the sunan, what is the obligatory acts, everything bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. Let us start about al-ghusl. What is the meaning of al-ghusl? Al-ghusl came from the root of ghasala. And ghasala in English means wash or washed. Someone washed something, that means ghasala, some things. Fal-ghusl here actually it's to wash your body, the whole thing, from your head until your feet. This is the washing or al-ghusl from fiqh perspective, that to wash your body. It's very easy word and mustalah. But in fiqhi definition, this is linguistically. Religiously in fiqh definition, al-ghusl means to wash all your body after al-janaba. And we will talk about al-janaba. What is the meaning of al-janaba now? But let us just talk the definition or talk about it. That the definition of al-ghusl means to wash all your body after al-janaba. This is the definition of al-ghusl. Now, let us move to the second point, very important one. What is the acts that obligate al-ghusl? Yani there is acts, if you make it, you should have ghusl. And some people think it's a lot. It's not a lot, just 4 things. If you have them, you should make ghusl after that. The first thing, that جماع الرجل مع زوجته, like intimacy. If there is sexual relationship between the husband and the wife, if they have a sexual relationship, they should to make ghusl. And there are many people, they ask about this. It's just clean the private areas and that's it. No, you should make ghusl, to wash all your body. Number 1, to clean the private areas. Number 2, to wash all your body as much as you can. This is the first actually act that obligates al-ghusl. The second thing is al-janaba. It's very sensitive topic, I know, and maybe people think stigma when we talk about this. No, if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala doesn't mention it, I wouldn't talk about it. But Allah mentioned it, and people feel stigma a little bit when we talk about these sensitive topics. Now we should to talk about it, because this is part from our religion. وَلَا حَيَاءَ فِي الْعِلْمِ وَلَا الدِّينِ. There is no stigma in the to teach or to learn the religion. The second act, that al-janaba. What the meaning of al-janaba? Al-janaba came from the word of junub or yatajannab, mean to be far away from al-masajid, to be far away from tawaf Bayt Allah al-Haram in Mecca, to be away from the religious ta'at wa ibadat. If you have janaba, but this is the word janaba, that to be away. Don't pray, don't enter the masajid, don't take around al-Kaaba to make tawaf. What is the janaba means? If anything coming out from the sexual relationship. We call it in Arabic language al-mani. And Allah has mentioned in the Quran, maniyin yumna, in Surah Al-Qiyamah. Al-mani means the sperm, or anything also coming out from woman's side. Same thing. If anything came out, even without intimacy, even without sexual relationship, if this thing coming, maybe in that way of dreaming, maybe there are many ways that the sperm could come out from the body of the people. If it came out, you should have ghusl, even though if there is no like intimacy or sexual relationship. You should have ghusl from men's side and from women's side. This is the second act. The third act, al-hayd wa nifas, menstruation and childbirth, the bleeding. When the bleeding stops, the woman should have ghusl. Ghusl al-tathir, we call it ghusl al-tathir. If the woman have this circle things, the period, and after the bleeding stop, she should right away take ghusl al-janaba, because there are many questions come in this point. Also after childbirth, wallahi many women, Muslim women, they don't know that after an-nifas, the childbirth, after the bleeding of the childbirth stop, you should as a woman have a ghusl. You have to have ghusl. And maybe you'll say, okay, 100% I will take shower. No, ya habibi. There is difference between the shower and al-ghusl. Because al-ghusl, the shurut al-ghusl, which we will take it now, an-niyyah, to have intention that you are cleaning yourself and purifying yourself because of this act. You did something, then you are taking al-ghusl. I'm talking about here with the woman. But now three things we said it: the intimacy, then after that al-janaba, then after that the menstruation and childbirth, the bleeding of menstruation and the child off. After the woman stop bleeding, she should take birth. The fourth act is when the person dies. His family should make ghusl for him. Four things now. Al-Shi'a, al-Fiqh al-Shi'i says, even though those who washing the bodies, they should also take shower. They should take ghusl, have ghusl also. This is with al-Fiqh al-Shi'i, with all my due respect for them, but it's not from al-Fiqh al-Sunnah. For just four, not five. They have five things. We have four only. Intimacy, al-janaba, al-hayd wal-nifas. Last thing, that when the person dies, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have mercy on all our people, those who passed away. Four things now. This is the acts which obligate al-ghusl. Now let us move to another point, that sunan al-ghusl. The sunnah acts of al-ghusl. We have 8. And please memorize with me. I'm going to ask. We have 8 things that if you make ghusl before it, you will make sunnah. It's not obligation, it's sunnah. Ala ibadillahi subhanahu wa ta'ala. 8 things. Number 1, Salat al-Jum'ah. Before you pray Jum'ah, if you take ghusl, wash your body, biniyat Salat al-Jum'ah, like intention, I'm going to pray Jum'ah now. Then I'm going to take shower. Ghusl al-Jum'ah. This is the first sunnah act. The second one, Salatul Eidain. Before Salat al-Eid, you have to take shower. Ghusl, that you have ghusl because of Salat al-Eid. This is the second thing. Then Salat al-Istisqa, that you ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to send the rains upon us. Salat al-Istisqa. We don't have it here because we have rains all the time. But in different countries, they have this act, this worship to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Salatul Istisqa. Before Salat al-Istisqa also, you have to take shower as a sunnah act. Number 4, after Salat al-Jum'ah, Salat al-Eidain, Salat al-Istisqa, then Salat al-Khusuf wal-Kusuf. Eclipse prayers. Okay, this is the 4th one. After that, the 5th act, you should, or not you should, you must take shower to imitate Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, al-Umrah wal-Hajj. Many people, they think to shower yourself, to take shower before al-Ihram, it's obligation. It's obligatory act. No, it's sunnah act. Yes, make it please, but it's sunnah act. Here the tashaddud comes back. If you forget or you don't make shower, you don't have shower before Umrah, before Ihram, some people will tell you your Umrah is a void. Yani imagine that you travel from here, spend $5,000, go to Mecca with these difficulties, and you don't have shower before Ihram. Some mutashaddidi people will tell you right away, now your ghusl, you're supposed to have ghusl as an obligation. You invalidate this term, that means your umrah is not accepted. That means all your effort, it's gone. This is the التشدد بعينه, extremism. والعياذ بالله. I hate this. It's sunnah act. If you do it, alhamdulillah, take Hajj. If you don't do it, no problem. Your umrah will be inshallah accepted. But now, Salat al-Jum'ah, Salat al-Eid, Salat al-Istisqa, Salat al-Khusuf wal-Kusuf, then al-Umrah wal-Hajj. Then now, if you wash a body, a dead person, if you wash him, if you take shower, this is like sunnah act. Not like Shia fiqhi. Shia fiqhi, it's obligation. No, it's sunnah. Now it's 5. Last 3. Number 1, if person converted to al-Islam, if he take shower also will be sunnah. Some people think it's obligation. No, it's not obligation. Then after that last one, that if person has jinn and he became normal, in that time also if he take shower, it will be sunnah. Even now we have 8. Anyone can tell me? 8 actions. Salat al-Jumu'ah, al-Eidain, al-Istisqa, al-Khusuf wal-Kusuf, al-Umrah wal-Hajj, if you wash a body, if you convert to Islam, if you have jinn. 8 acts, this is the sunnah of al-ghusl. Now we finish this. We finish the obligations, the acts which obligate al-ghusl, and we finish the sunnah acts, or the sunan al-ghusl. Now the third thing, how to make al-ghusl. How to make al-ghusl? Number 1, you have to have intention. This is the main shart, main term. If you don't have intention, it will be like shower, regular shower. You have to take the intention. Niyyat al-ikhtisal. I'm going now to make ghusl. Khalas, to have ghusl. Now you have niyyah. Then the second thing and the most important thing, to wash all your body as much as you can. Again, التشدد. Some people said, see this equation please. If you lift 1 inch from your body, the water doesn't reach to it. What they say. See this equation. If you lift 1 inch from your body, that the water doesn't reach, your ghusl will be a void, batil. Then if your ghusl be a void, yalla equal, the second part from equation, your salah will be a void, then you will be in hellfire. Yeah, this is the fiqh which they are teaching it. If you don't wash 1 inch from your body, your ghusl will be a void. If your ghusl be a void, your salah will be a void. If your salah be a void, you will be in hellfire. Equation. طبعا it's completely wrong. Because the hadith here, and in Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when the ayah Allah has sent, he said, وَإِن كُنْتُمْ جُنُبًا فَطَّهَّرُوا. Clean yourself. Order from Allah. طبعا الفقهاء said, we respect طبعا the opinion that يعني wash all your body, like what Rasulullah did. Yes. But Rasulullah himself told the Sahabi, from the Sahaba of Rasulullah, طهر جسدك ما شئت. Wash your body as much as you can. Yeah, try to let the water reach to everywhere. Okay? But as much as you can. This is the easy thing from our religion. ديننا دين اليسر. Okay, just wash your body. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. And try to reach the water for everyone, every part. That's it. If something that doesn't reach to your nails, something doesn't reach to your something in your body, خلاص. خلاص يريد الله بكم اليسر. The order comes like فَطَهَّرُوا. Just طهروا, clean yourself. That's it. بنية الغسل. يبقى number 1, the intention. Number 2, let the water reach to everything from your part as much as you can. The number 3, because Rasulullah ﷺ did it, he was starting from the right side of his body and the left side of his body, and he was putting his fingers ﷺ in his hair. He has long hair. He was putting his fingers in his hair to let the water reach to every place. That's it. This is how to make ghusl. Last thing in al-ghusl, because we have to forward to Atamu because of the time. Last thing for al-ghusl, I have a question about it. It came to me after we talked about the sunnah, كيفية الغسل. Yeah. What is al-ijtinab means, and I talk about it. If you have janaba, what you have to be away for what? From what? Number one, as-salah. Do not pray if you have janaba. Before you have ghusl, you cannot pray. Number two, you cannot go and enter the masajid. Why? Because you have janaba. Number three, you cannot make umrah or have tawaf around al-Kaaba. You should have ghusl first if you have janaba. There is طبعا differences here between ulama. The woman, if the woman has janaba or have haid, menstruation or childbirth period, can they touch the mushaf? Yes, they can. There is another opinion says no, they can't. But in my opinion, yes, they can, because there is no strong evidence says that the woman shouldn't or can't or haven't touched the Quran. What's the problem if they touch the Quran? They have najasa. Yes, they have najasa in private areas. Their body from outside, it's not najis. For example, if you touch your wife, when she has this thing, if you touch her, have you take shower? Because she is najis? A'udhu billah. The woman, this is our wives, our sisters, our daughters, our mothers-in-law, it's our relatives. How you call her that she is najis, impurity? How comes, yeah? How comes? Her hand, it's not impurity, it's not najis. She can't touch the mushaf. What's the problem? There is another opinion we respect, but my opinion, it's okay to touch the mushaf for those who are watching me and asking this question. Now we finish al-ghusl, inshallah, in 7 minutes. We will talk about at-tayammum as a sixth part and topic from the parts of the purity or at-tahara. What the meaning of at-tayammum? At-tayammum, imagine that Allah has mentioned it 2 times in the Quran, in details. Allah doesn't mention as-salah itself in details in the Quran, but Allah has mentioned at-tayammum 2 times, in Surah Al-Ma'idah or Surah Al-Nisa. وإن كنتم جنبا فاطهروا وإن كنتم مرضى أو على سفر أو جاء أحد منكم من الغائط أو لامستم النساء ولم تجدوا ماء فتيمموا صعيدا طيبا. التيمم, to put your hand on the soil and to put it on your face, to wipe your face and wipe your hands from the back. That's it. It's very easy, very simple. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala here said, تيمموا صعيدا طيبا. We have to understand what that means of صعيد, and we have to understand what that means of طيب. الصعيد هو وجه الأرض, the face of the earth. Anything. Soil is like, there is like, if you make it with the soil, will be more Sunni act, mashallah. But Al-Quran here is talking about صعيد الأرض. This is the meaning, the face of the earth. Stones, soil, maybe clay, anything comes from the earth. Some ulama said you can make it with the wall. Put your hand on the wall and make it. There is no problem for that. There is no stigma for that, because there is no details here from Al-Quran wa Sunnah. صعيدا طيبا. And الطيب here means الطاهر, purified. يبقى anything coming from the face of the earth, if it's purified, there is no najasa on it, you can that time just put your hand and make it on your face and put it in your hand. Because let me tell you something, if the soil and you put your hand on the soil, then what happened? If you put in your face like 10, 20 soil, then what's the difference here? If I put it on anything from the face of the earth, it will be بإذن الله تعالى accepted. This is a tayammum definition from al-ma'na al-islami wal-lagwi. Let me now go with you about the main point in a tayammum topic. Then, what is the reasons that I have the time use the tayammum? When that I have to use a tayammum? Many people think it's one scenario. If there is no water, yes? Actually, this is one, but we have another 4. Total 5 reasons, 5 scenarios. If it happened, you should that time have tayammum. You should have tayammum. Let me share with you, just 5. We will end inshallah the khatir after that. Number 1, if there is water, but it's not enough for you, that means I have this water all day. I have to drink from it all the day, and I don't have more water. How could I make wudu with the water? If I make wudu, I will finish it, then I won't drink. In that time, you should use the tayammum. Go and use the tayammum and leave this water for your drink. But this is the first scenario. There is water, but it's not enough for you to drink it. The second scenario, there is water, but there is no time to make wudu. There is water, and the time of dhuhr, 1 minute. Then the time of dhuhr will be over. What you have to do to make on the soil right away and pray to catch the time, or make wudu in 3 minutes, then the time of salah gone. No, you haven't to use the water. Leave it and right away with anything coming from the earth, like what we said, and make tayammum and catch the prayer. But now the first thing, there is water, but it's not enough. The second scenario, there is water, but there is no time for the time of as-salah. The third thing, there is water, but you cannot use it. Why? Because you are so sick, or you're so injured, or it's so cold. And there is an accident happened in the time of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. One Sahabi, they used to be in the desert. Then it was like snowing, it was so cold. Then he was junub, he had janaba. Then he should take ghusl before he pray fajr. And Sahabi, he should pray fajr, no way, okay. Then yallah, he should also take janaba. So he used, the water was like freezing water. Then other Sahabi told him, no way, you should have ghusl, because if you haven't ghusl, your salah will be avoided and will be problem. You should have ghusl. Then he had ghusl. Then he died. Then they went to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam blamed the Sahabi radiallahu anhu arda. طبعا because in that time the Sahaba maybe had these things, but Rasulullah was teaching them. I'm not blaming the Sahaba, those who have maybe, you can feel it, it's like tough decision. No, because they were Sahaba. In the beginning of Islam, they came from polytheism, and Rasulullah was teaching them. That if they did mistake, okay, they should make mistake. Then Rasulullah correcting them, or corrected them, then now we should, but no, don't make these mistakes. Yani they had to make these mistakes actually, and it's not mistakes. Rasulullah was teaching the Sahaba of Rasulullah. Anyway, the point here that Rasulullah blamed this guy so much, and he told him, how could I face Allah with this body? You just likewise that you killed him. He hadn't to use the water because it's what was freezing water. ما جعل الله عليكم في الدين من حرج. Some people said this ayah came down because of this an accident. Again, there is water, not enough. There is water, but the time of salah will come. There is water, but I can't use it because of injury and all this stuff. There is water, the fourth thing, but it's impurity, najis. There is water, but najas, and I can't purify it. Then I have that time to use the tayammum right away. And the fifth thing, that there is no water. If people think, just last term, that there is no water, I have to make them. No, there are another 4 scenarios. And every scenario from it, there is water. خلاص كده? يبقى now we finished the reasons that when you have to use a tayammum. Last thing inshallah, and I will end, بإذن الله تعالى, that, حكمة التراب. Many people also ask this question, why Allah let us make a tayammum from a turab? Why it's not another things? Why a turab itself? Subhanallah, I read a lot of statements and I didn't find the answer, but this answer is from my perspective. I think inshallah, Allahu a'lam, because there is no ayah talks about the wisdom, there is no hadith talks about the wisdom. All of it as ijtihadat, and we can make ijtihad inshallah, that because that the soil is number 1 purified, tahir, something tahir. Then the second thing is something reminds us with our origin. And you came from the soil, from a turab, and you will come back to a turab. The turab has something special with us, guys. You are prostrating on a turab, supposed to be. طبعا now we have masajid. Otherwise, for those who are mutashaddideen, I don't know why they are praying in the masajid. Just go and pray with the candles on the soil. If you wanted to make it so hard and so harsh, okay? They call everything bid'ah. If you make anything, and they have this definition, anything Rasulullah didn't do it as an act, it's bid'ah. Fine. Why you are reading the Quran? Reading the Quran from the Mus'haf? Why? Rasulullah was illiterate. He wasn't reading Al-Quran. He was reciting Al-Quran from his memory. Now you're reading Al-Quran, oh, from phone, come on, apps, astaghfirullah al-azim. From apps. Rasulullah didn't do that. But what is the definition of the bid'ah? I'm sorry, but I said it many times, but I'm talking now with those who are following us. Everything bid'ah, bid'ah. Who said that? Who said every single act Rasulullah didn't do it, it's a bid'ah? Who said that? Who said it? Nobody said it. Now you make bid'i definition. Now you defined in bid'i way. Who said that? Now we are praying in the masjid. Rasulullah didn't pray in the masjid with the Iranian moket. Oh, astaghfirullah, Iranian kaman. Iranian sijjad now. We are praying on Iranian sijjad. How comes Rasulullah didn't pray on Iranian sijjad? He was praying on the small stones and on the soil, on the dust. Go ahead. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. وبعدين this is also the khashab, the wood. It's like Chinese wood. How comes? He wasn't standing on the Chinese wood. Where is the palm tree? Let us stand on the palm tree when we make khutbah. Then he was making khawatir on the palm tree, on the member. We don't make khawatir on the palm tree. Now any imam makes khatira when he's sitting, now he is making bid'ah. I can give you 100 examples that Rasulullah didn't do it. Let us come back. Yibba now. This is the last question, that why it's soil. I think, in my opinion, because soil is something special for us. We came from soil. We will be in the soil in the end of our life. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created everything from soil. So I think because of that, and soil, of course, it's purified, tahir. So I think because of that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make a tayammum, that to make it with anything come from the face of the earth. Now I will summarize in 1 minute, then I will open questions inshallah for 5 minutes, then we will end bi'idhnillahi ta'ala. The summary here that we talked today about al-ghusl, we defined what the meaning of al-ghusl. We said what's the acts which obligate the ghusl. We said it's like intimacy and al-janaba, al-hayd wal-nifas, menstruation, and also like childhood bleeding. When it stops, you should make ghusl. Then when someone dies, people or his family should make ghusl for him. This is the 4 acts which obligate the ghusl. Then we talked about the sunni ghusl, or the sunnah acts of ghusl. We said 8. Number 1, Salat al-Jumu'ah. Then Salat al-Eid, Salat al-Istisqa, Salat al-Khusuf wal-Kusuf, al-Umrah wal-Hajj. When anyone washes a body, and also when anyone converts to al-Islam, and anyone has madness or jinn and he became normal. This is the sunnah act. Then after that we took how to make al-ghusl. We talked about it. Then after that we took at-tayammum. We defined the meaning of at-tayammum. Then after that we said what is the things that you should make tayammum with, what the reasons when, if there is no water, if there is water but it's not enough, if there is water but there is no time, if there is water but you injured or you sick, you cannot use it, if there is water and it's impurified or impurity. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among those who have at-tahara in their life. Now ala kulli shayin qadir. Next week we will finish at-tahara. Then after that will be Ramadan. We will stop inshallah during the Ramadan. We will make another series bi'idhnillah ta'ala for people. But we will continue al-ma'lum and الدين بالضرورة after Ramadan inshallah. Now if anyone has any question to end this inshallah episode.
Does janaba break your fast if you woke up with janaba after school?
If you make it with intention, will break the wudu, will break the siyam. But if it happened, number 1, when you are sleeping, or if it happened without intention, sometimes it happened. Like if you lift something heavy or thing, you will find this issue. It's coming now without intention, so it doesn't break the siyam. جزاكم الله خير. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.